So tell me about your company idea, Survature. What's it all about?
Okay, well, Survature is a software as a service company that's trying to change the way people do quantitative survey research through making the experience more dynamic and more engaging and trying to capture a behavioral process that allows us to get more qualitative insights.
Okay, so who are some of your clients?
Our clients, we have a lot of clients who are end users, what we call end users, who are trying to learn more about their customers. So like Scripps Network Interactive is one of our clients, Tennessee Theater is one of our clients, and they want to know about their customers, what their customers are thinking about, what they like, what they don't like, so they can build their products better for their customers.
Sure, all that information is so important.
Yeah.
So how can we find out more information?
You can go to our website, try.survature.com, survature.com. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve. I'll follow you on that.
Hi, my name is Steve Chin. I'm the Chief Product Officer for Survature. Survature is a software as a service startup changing the way people do quantitative research by providing an interactive and engaging interface that also captures qualitative data. So what does that mean? Well, I kind of want to tell it to you in the story of Harold and the Survature crayon. And this is Harold when he grows up. And because he's highly imaginative and highly creative, he wanted to become an entrepreneur. So what he did was he built a hotel called the Grand Urban Hotel. And it services a lot of celebrities, including Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, Kate Winslet, and many others. And for about 2 years, he was doing really, really well. But then suddenly, a lot of people stopped coming, and he wanted to know why. So he put together a traditional survey to ask people about the hotel services. He wanted to know whether or not there was easy reservation, whether or not the check-in, check-out process was great, and all these other things. But what he realized was that a lot of people didn't take the surveys. Those who actually took the surveys did not complete the surveys. And those who completed the surveys gave really rushed answers or careless answers. And Harold decided to kind of take the survey himself, and he fell asleep. So he couldn't find the answers that he really needed. And what he did was he discovered Survature, and he was really drawn to Survature's methodology. Survature's methodology is to understand what the answers are, how people answer those questions, and why did they answer the way they did. And it all starts with what we call the answer cloud. It asks the same question as a traditional survey, but it does it differently. So we're asking, in this answer cloud question, we're asking them how to rate these services. And they answer the question by clicking, dragging, and dropping the services into response columns that correspond to satisfaction levels, like this. And what we can do is we can capture what they choose first, second, third, fourth, fifth, how long they take to answer each question, and whether or not they change their answers. The answer cloud was designed with touch technology in mind to be more engaging. What we discovered is that because the experience is better, we actually have higher engagement with the customers. We consistently get a completion rate of 70% or higher. So more people take our surveys, more people collect our surveys, and we collect a lot of much better information from these surveys. So through the answer cloud, we not only understand what the answers are, but we also understand how they answer the questions. And with that information, we can derive how confident they are with the questions, and how confident they are with the answers, and how important each answer is to them. And we map that information out into what we call the satisfaction and importance matrix. Now, this is actually quite dense. So the information here, I'm going to break down to the next 5 slides. But what's important to know is that we map out the services across 2 axes. One for importance and one for satisfaction, so you can identify what is important and what is not important. And we present another way to see the Survature satisfaction importance matrix in what we call the Survature priority modeling. We give a relative ranking for each service from high priority, which is on top, to low priority, which is on the bottom. And we also map out where they fall in terms of satisfaction from poor to excellent. So you can go down the list in terms of priority and fix and concentrate on making improvements on high priority items. We help you identify what we call areas of concern. Areas of concerns are where your customers rate you as high satisfaction and high importance. This is the area where you're cruising. You're doing really, really well. People love what you're doing, and you don't really need to change anything. We help you identify what we call areas of secondary strength. Secondary strength is where your customers consider your services as being high in satisfaction, but low in importance. This is what we call money in the bank, because you're putting a lot of resources into things that might not necessarily matter, so you can withdraw from this bank for other resources. We also help you identify what we call low priorities. Low priorities are where the customers rate your services as being poor in satisfaction, but also low in importance. So don't get distracted by this. It doesn't mean that you actually need to fix it, because any changes in improvement would not actually affect their decision to use you. And most importantly, we identify areas of concern. This is where you want to stop. This is where your customers are rating your services as being low in satisfaction, but high in importance. If you choose to ignore this area, you risk the possibility of losing your customers. And in order to fix these areas of concern, you actually need to understand why. And Survature has what we call adaptive branching. So we calculate on the fly, in real time, what the answers are to certain questions early on in the survey. And we can actually do follow-up questions at the second half of the survey and ask people why they were so dissatisfied with certain aspects of your services. And this is Survature's methodology in a nutshell. We help our customers capture what the answers are, how did they answer, how important are those answers, how confident are they with those answers, and why did they provide the answers that they did, so you can get truly valuable insights into the customers. We're really lucky to have a lot of great customers. We have Scripps, we have Bristol, we have Claris, we have Varsity, and we have a ton of other customers. And we work with them to design the right surveys so they can learn more about the customers, learn what matters, so they can do what matters. Again, my name is Steve Chin. I'm the Chief Product Officer for Survature. Survature is a Knoxville-based startup changing the way people do surveys. I invite everyone to come see me afterwards to schedule a demo. Thank you.